in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us. I'd like to welcome you all to the Speedy Data and IT Solutions web event. Today we'll be talking about how we can help you in achieving effective communications on site through the use of our rapid deployment wireless solutions. We want to help you ensure that your site can run effectively from day one. Before we start, I'd like to introduce myself and our communications team. I will also provide you with a short overview of our event so you know what you can expect from today's session and how our solutions can benefit you and your colleagues. My name is Steve Mockler and I'm the Category Manager for Speedy's range of data and IT solutions. I'll be providing you with a brief introduction to these solutions, as I said, and I will then pass you over to Raj, our Technical Support Manager, who has over 10 years' experience working within the communications and IT industry. He will be taking us through the various solutions in greater detail, including all the requisite technical specifications. If you have any questions during today's session, these will be answered by Brian, who works alongside Raj within our technical support team. I will now provide more detail on how you can go about asking Brian a question and interacting with us throughout the event. You will notice that the GoToWebinar attendee interface is made up of two parts: the viewer window on the left, which allows you to see everything we are sharing on screen, and the control panel to the right. The control panel is the tool that will allow you to participate in today's event, so let's take a closer look at that. By clicking the orange arrow, you can open and close your control panel. From the View menu, you can also set the control panel not to auto-hide when inactive if you prefer to keep it open. You may submit questions or comments in writing during the presentation. We will be reviewing them as they come in, and Brian will ensure that all your questions are answered. If I feel that the question is one that the whole group could share from the answer, then I will answer that verbally. If you would like to contact us personally after today's event, please indicate this by raising your hand. This option is located on the left tab. We'll be keeping a track of those individuals and will be in contact at the end of the presentation. In addition, today's event is being recorded and everyone will receive a post-event email with a link to view this recording. Okay, let's begin. So firstly, we'd like to set the scene. Here we have the first day of a typical new project. Speedy have just delivered to the offices to your site, and the excavator is about to start preparing the site for the groundworks. It's mid-September, the weather is great, and everything is going according to plan, with one notable exception. There is no on-site communications or internet connections. Why? Because there is no BT infrastructure installed to your site. Moving on to late October. We're now 6 weeks into the project. The subcontractors have started to arrive on site. We can see here that the site manager is about to meet with the architect and go through the plans. Plans which the architect has had to bring along to the site as there is still no broadband connection. However, the good news is BT have confirmed that the infrastructure will be installed with the site communication systems up and running before the new year starts. Another 4 weeks have now passed, and here's a scene that we're all too familiar with. The site manager is in the middle of downloading an important file from the architect that he needs to urgently forward on to the client. Not that this would happen in real life, I'm sure. Without broadband connection, the site manager is forced to use his dongle or 3G phone. Just when he needs a consistent connection and download speed, his internet connection cuts out, and the next phone call he makes is to his IT department, asking what they can do to fix this problem urgently. Finally, we reach mid-December, roughly 14 weeks into the project, and BT arrived to install the necessary infrastructure. With this now in place, the broadband connection can be set up and the phones can be installed by OpenReach at a minimum cost of £2,500. This is conveniently just in time for the Christmas shutdown. Okay, so that's the world we live in. Our productivity on site is dependent on the lead time of BT's infrastructure. I'll now hand you over to Raj, who will explain how Speedy can remove this obstacle.
Thank you, Steve. Good morning, everyone. Let me now talk you through the three different data and IT solutions that we can provide: 3G data and VoIP, satellite data and VoIP, Canopy point-to-point and VoIP. The first package we would like to show you today is our 3G solution. This has the capability to provide your site with the connection speeds of up to 6 meg down and 1 meg up. Speedy supply this with a 15 gigabit data allowance per month. The router is wireless enabled, both with WPA and WPA2 security encryption. This also supports VoIP with the quality of service configured. As a part of this package, Speedy supply an external high-gain antenna to ensure a good signal strength is achieved inside the cabins or buildings. As you can see here, supporting up to 5 user and 2 VoIP handsets, this low-cost solution can be up and running on your site within 5 working days, making it ideal for temporary or short-term sites.
Okay, we just had a question come in. It's with asking about the 4G availability. Yeah, we're just to let you know that we are currently negotiating with our network supplier, and we're confident that we'll be able to supply 4G during 2013 following the next Ofcom auction of the Spectrum range.
Thanks, Steve. Today's second solution is the Speedy Satellite 10,000. This satellite has the capability to provide speeds of up to 10 meg down and 2 meg up. A fully routed static IP address is supplied so that you can configure an on-site firewall or establish a VPN tunnel back to your network. The router supplied is wireless enabled with both WPA and WPA2 security encryption. The router can support VoIP with quality of service. We can also provide KU band services on request. Speedy supplied this solution with a monthly data allowance of 24 gigabit per month. The Speedy Satellite 10,000 can provide coverage across 99% of the UK, and again just had a 5-day lead time from receiving a customer PO. The key benefit to this solution is that it has a faster speeds than a KU band satellite. It's VPN compatible, supports up to 10 to 15 users per satellite and up to 2 VoIP handsets. In addition, it has a greater download limits, and you will receive an alert email notification if you have exceeded 20 gigabit of data per month. Speedy recommended this as a medium-term solution for sites that require a broadband connection, even in most remote of locations. The third and final solution we have today is Speedy Canopy, point-to-point bridge between the site and the nearest Speedy depot with an ADSL service. To confirm the availability for this solution, a computer survey is conducted. A link report is produced to confirm whether a link is possible from the nearest Speedy depot to the site. With the survey, the lay of the land plays a big part. The wireless link is based on a radio transmitter and a receiver at either end of the site and the Speedy depot. The radio link uses 5 GHz license-free frequency and has a capability of data throughput up to 105 megabit per second. This is a typical example of a link report which is produced for every Canopy request to establish if the solution is available for the requested site. As you can see, this one was a 100% link where we have achieved nearly 24.3 megabit per second throughput, and the distance from the Speedy depot to site is 8 kilometers. With just 14-day lead time, this solution has an installation time of 1 day with ADSL service in place 5 days thereafter. Speedy provides this service with ADSL 2+ connection from our 325 locations across the UK where possible. It supports up to 30 to 40 users with ADSL 2+ service and up to 10 VoIP phone with the quality of service enabled on the router. We recommend this as a long-term solution. The standard of service provided by this solution is equivalent to that of BT, meaning that there will be no need of BT infrastructure to be set up during the whole duration of the site. Thank you for listening. I will now hand you back to Steve.
Thanks, Raj. So let's now go back to our original site. We can see that with a solution from Speedy, a site can be set up within 5 to 14 days from the start of the project. And you can see here one of our installation and support team connecting the site to the chosen solution, the solution that has been deemed the most appropriate and cost-effective for the contractor. And now that very same day, the site is up and running with a fast broadband connection and VoIP handsets, meaning that the productivity of your site is not affected and your people can focus on what they are good at, building the project. And if you don't believe us, believe our customers. Speedy has extensive experience in offering these solutions to blue-chip clients across the construction, infrastructure and events markets for over 4 years now. and we have proved our solutions are viable from both a commercial and technical perspective. We recently got the seal of approval from Colin Kelly at Morgan Sindall. He certainly believes we solved his communication problems on site. So that concludes today's webinar, other than to say that the whole event has been delivered using one of our solutions, and we trust it is evidence of both the stability and speed that Speedy Solutions can provide. If you would like to discuss any of the solutions we've outlined today, or to arrange a site survey, we'll be forwarding our contact details after the event. And if you've raised your hand during today's webinar, we'll be in touch shortly. And don't forget, we'll be holding a draw tomorrow, and you could be in line to win an iPhone 5 just in time for Christmas. Thank you for attending today, and we look forward to working with you soon.